Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. How you doing? It's Friday. Hey, so happy. So it's the weekend. I'm excited and I want to do a story time for you guys today. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, invite your friends, and hit the notification bell. That way you can be made aware when I upload a video. And you guys know how I roll with my story times. My story times are real, authentic, juicy goodness. So today I want to share with you guys the day I crossed the imaginary line and I started to realize, hey, I've got a problem. I think I might be a drug addict. So, all through high school, I smoked pot, I would toot some cocaine, I would drink on the weekends, the party girl lifestyle. But once I graduated from high school and I started to I got enrolled in college. I went to a community college in the same town that I grew up in, and I remember signing up for my classes like college algebra and science and all that stuff that you have to take when you're, doing your basics. So, my first year of college, I could not even make it to my classes after the weekend because every weekend, you guys, I would close the club down. I would go to this club called Club 5101 here. It was in Hot Springs. And me and my friend Miranda, my friend Sonia, we would dress up. We would meet at her house on Fridays and we would all dress up in our club clothes, like cute black pants, crop tops, fix our hair, black wing eyeliner, black smoky eyes. I mean, we would do it. And then we would go and buy a pint of VSOP brandy and we would chug it and then swig it down with a Mountain Dew, and then we would go into the club. When I tell you I loved dancing, you guys, I would dance until I shut the club down. I would dance so much that the guys that we frequented the same club, the guys would be like waiting for me to get there because I would all over them dudes. I would be fucking faded and I would just twerk and do the splits and then jump up and down. I mean, I was like a stripper, y'all. Only I wasn't, but it was like I could dance like a stripper for real. That's how when I met Neil, I stripped for him like the second week we had been together. We had been staying the night with each other, and I think that's what made him fall in love with me because I can remember his eyes and he was just like because I was just like seducing him, So anyway, back to college. So every weekend it was like a mad party, you guys. Like I wasn't coming home. I wasn't living with my parents. I stopped coming home. I started living with friends and just couch hopping. I mean, like I just didn't have a care in the world. I was partying, working my job, paying for my car payment, insurance, and then partying and just couch surfing. Me and LD broke up. Remember, we broke up. He had been abusing me, and I decided to drop out of college because I could not go to class. And that's when, like, I can remember vaguely in my mind thinking, Nicole, you can't even go to college. Like, drugs were more important to me. Getting high on dope was more important to me than going to college and getting an education. And that's not cool, you guys. Like, I'm not proud of that. Like, I'm kicking myself in the ass now because now I'm having to go back and redo all this stuff, And I wish that I had my husband, he buckled down and got his master's degree, you guys. And I always ask him, like, how did you do it? And he was like, I wasn't, like, strung out when I was, younger. I was going to college. I was doing what I was supposed to do. It didn't come until he was older because he had been on opiates prescribed for so long. But I was just balls to the wall from the beginning. Like, it wasn't, because it was just, I am what you call, like, that typical addict. Like, I always felt like some kind of void inside me. I always felt like I didn't fit in or I wasn't good enough. And I've always tried to make up for that by, using something or taking something or just, I've always tried to make up for it, So that's when like my mind shifted and I realized like I'm dropping out of college because I can't come because I can't stop getting high. So that was the first moment. Then when I got, that pulled over and got that charge for the felony possession of a controlled substance, that was my second, like, hey, you're an addict. Well, then I got put on probation for 3 years due to that felony, and I couldn't pass a drug screen, and I got revoked. I was only on probation for 1 year, and I got revoked and sent to prison because I could not pass a drug screen. I could not come in there sober, you guys. I would come in for my drug screen every week or once a month, and I would tell my PO, I'm going to fail. Like, I can't pass. And that was my third, like, you know what? I have a problem. I went to treatment in El Dorado when my PO sent me. And when I got out of treatment, I came back to Hot Springs and I tried to like start my life and live and not use drugs. But I still hadn't given in and like started going to meetings or got a sponsor. So I was just like trying to do it on my own. And I relapsed. And that's when I got sent to prison. I went to prison for a year and I wasn't even sober in prison. Like I was using the hydros in prison. And it's like, that's another thing. Like you can't even get your life together and you're in prison, girl. So I kept on having all these like aha moments, like I got a problem, but I wasn't willing to accept the help. Like I still wanted to do it my own way. I still wanted to like get a sponsor, but not all the way listening and not take suggestions and not go to the meetings. I just wasn't willing to take the suggestions yet. So, gosh, it's crazy. I think back to it and I think there were so many chances that I could have stopped and gotten my life together. But if I had, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have you guys. I wouldn't have my son. I wouldn't have met Neil. Like, I guess everything just happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So, where am I going with this? I kind of want to share with you guys when I got pregnant with my son and he was born, that's when I realized like I had purpose. Do you guys have purpose? What in your life makes you excited about living? What in your life makes you feel good? For me, it's my son. I'm excited about being his mom. I'm excited about taking care of him and taking him places and doing things for him and teaching him. He gives me purpose, and that's what's changed my life. I know for a lot of moms, that doesn't change anything and they still continue on using drugs and alcohol. But for me, it was like that wake up call. It was like something that shifted me, I think about what my life would have been like if I never had a son. And I probably wouldn't be alive. I feel like I probably would have just used myself to death. I probably would have shot dope until I died. And that's the road I was headed on, I truly believe that my son is an angel sent to me by God to save me. I'm so grateful. I don't know why I'm going this way with this story time, but I just felt like I needed to share with you guys about when I realized that I had a problem and how much longer after I realized I had a problem. It was like I realized I had a problem 5 years into my addiction, and then I went another 7 years before I would accept help. It's like this magical thing that happens whenever you get ready and you become willing to accept help. It's like divine intervention. It's like something comes down and wakes you up, because when you're possessed by drugs and you're in that fog of addiction, it's so hard to have any moments of clarity. It's so hard to see the light, through the darkness. But if you pray for the person that's addicted and you try to be a beacon of hope and light for them and just carry the message of recovery to them and inspire them, then hopefully they will have that changing moment like I did where they go, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to change my life, and I deserve it. I think for me, for a long time, I didn't feel like I deserved to do any better. I didn't feel like I was worthy, you know? And I struggle with that today, like feeling feeling good enough, feeling like I deserve it. But I know that my God tells me that He loves me and that I was 100% made just the way He wants me to be, and that I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing, you know? And I know that because He keeps blessing me in my life and showing me new ways to live. Like if I was staying stuck, then I would realize I might need to change something. But things are just getting better and better the longer I stay sober. And I just want you guys to know that if you're searching and you don't have your purpose yet, or maybe you just haven't had that moment of clarity where you became willing, if you'll just keep on coming back. I know it sounds crazy. Just keep coming back. Keep trying. Don't give up. Don't let anybody shame you, you guys. Don't let anybody in AA or NA make you feel inadequate because you're on Suboxone or Methadone or Vivitrol or Sublocade or whatever. Because you guys, listen to me. If that's what gets us in the door and we get a grips on our recovery and we start working a program, then that's going to help us whenever we decide to taper off medically assisted treatment. So I just want you guys to know that I'm always here for you. I want to inspire you guys to find your purpose. I want to inspire you guys to do better. And you guys help me. You guys inspire me to do better every single day. So I'm trying to make a Patreon so that way I can start making special content. That way I can raise some money for a camera, but I want to do it to where I'm giving you guys something in return. So I don't want to just ask for donations, you know? But that's what's going on in my life. That's what I got to share today. And I hope that helps somebody. I just felt like I needed to talk about it with you guys. So, also, I've been listening to podcasts on SoundCloud and on the iHeartRadio. On SoundCloud, there's this channel called Home, HOME. Go there and check it out, you guys. It's two ladies, and they have addicts on their podcast that tell their stories. And it's so good. Like, I just love it. I love it. So, there's always like new content that you can find on YouTube and all these different sober radio stations on iHeartRadio and SoundCloud. And it's just like keeps me inspired. So, oh, also on Reddit, there's this like addiction recovery subreddit. And this guy was talking about how he wants to make a program, kind of like a Dress for Success program, only for addicts that are getting sober, to help them like, you know, get nice outfits to go and do interviews at, to teach them like self-care and hygiene and just like to help them just get transitioned into society and succeed. And I thought that was such a good idea. I think we should all do something like that too. Maybe we could like help people that are transitioning. But anyways, I hope y'all have a great night. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.